Hi, welcome back to Story Time with Miss T. Today we have a book of 3 stories from the Bible, and we're going to read about Joshua and the wall. When Moses died, God put Joshua in charge of his people. Joshua had been born a slave. God talked to Joshua just as he talked to Moses. God showed Joshua the city of Jericho. The walls were tall and really thick. "This is going to be your land," God said. But Joshua knew Jericho had a great army inside. "Listen to my plan," God said. "Then you will win the battle with Jericho." Joshua asked, "What do you want me to do?" Joshua is checking out that city over there. It's a pretty strong city with a lot of strong people living inside. The Lord said, "March around the walls of Jericho. You will do this for 6 days. Armed guard and priests with horns will march. No one will say a word." Joshua and his men did exactly what God said. God also told him, on the 7th day, do the same. But march around Jericho 7 times. Let the priests blow their horns and then tell the guards to shout. This too Joshua obeyed, and they began marching. What do you think those guards thought about these people just walking around the city, and for 7 days they never said a word? And then on the 7th day, they were playing these really loud horns and shouting, making a lot of noise. On that 7th day, they marched around the city of Jericho 7 times. The priests blew their horns. "Now shout," Joshua commanded. "Shout as loud as you can." The guards shouted, and the earth began to rumble. With trumpets sounding and the army shouting, stones began to crumble. Then the great thick walls of Jericho tumbled to the ground with a mighty crash. And Joshua cried, "The Lord has given you the city." And all they had to do was march, blow their horns, and shout. And everything came tumbling down. That's the story of how Jericho was taken over by Joshua because he followed God's commands. Join us next time when we read another story.